And the way he attacked his work was that once he got going, he couldn't stop. So he finally decided he was going to try an attempt to write this thing, music for this thing that, and I say thing, because Handel had no other word for it. It was a thing. And he decided that, yeah, this has got possibilities. I like where this is going. So he started to write. Once he got into it, he did it in 24 days. The whole 2.5 hours, it's almost 3 hours. If you perform, if an orchestra performs the whole Messiah, it's about almost 3 hours, including the intermission. And he wrote it in 24 days, and he was working day and night. His manservant would bring food and lay it on the floor outside the what he called his music room, his composing room. Lay it on the floor outside, and then when Handel wanted food, he'd open the door, grab something, and it would just be sandwiches and very, stuff like that. A piece of bread and some cheese and a drink, and that was it. And he actually slept in the room. And I have been to Brook Street, which is where his house is in London. I've been there, and they've reconstructed. Well, they took over the house. The Handel House Museum is where he actually is. It's the same as it was when he was there, and this composing room is a very small place. And he actually wrote standing up. He would stand at this tall desk, and he had a quill and a bottle of ink and reams of paper, and he would just write it, and then away he'd go. 24 days, and he produced this magnificent masterpiece. Handel was finding that he was very unpopular. He was going broke, and he had to get out. And he had an invitation to go to Dublin to do it. These composers, they would do a season, and they would actually do a series of concerts. There would be a different concert every week, and he would do it for the whole season, the winter season, in Dublin. He was invited to Dublin to do this, and he would bring in his old standard favorites, all of the things that he'd done in the past, all the productions that people liked in London. Dublin was the #2 cultural center of the United Kingdom. And it wasn't quite as, well, the term today would be avant-garde. It wasn't quite as out there as London was. And London was grabbing all the new trends. Dublin was more, we just like the old favorites. Just come on over here, Mr. Handel, and do your music, because we love it. And for Handel, it was a case of, oh my goodness, they really love me over here. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to perform to audiences that appreciate me. So he decided to go to Dublin. Mrs. Cibber had gone there for the same reason. That's the other place where she could make her name and would be received and appreciated. She did know that she was going with baggage, because even in Dublin, they knew about the sex scandal. They knew about but they were a bit more, I guess it's a very Irish thing. It's like live and let live, and, So that's how that Dublin became the focus, and they converge in Dublin.